This lesson is 5th grade Operation and Algebraic Thinking, Standard 2. Talking about simple expressions. This lesson will introduce you as a 5th grader to algebra. This lesson is fairly easy if you ask me. If you have taken the time we have spent reviewing the crack and the math code terms, this lesson will be fairly easy for you. Okay? Algebra word problems are used to describe real life situations and real life problems. The key is to correctly solving a word problem expresses the verbal ideas in algebraic terms. So we are going to explore. Let me give you some vocabulary first. You need to know what a coefficient is. A variable. A constant. I think I'm leaving some out. An equation, which we reviewed in the first segment. A solution. An inequality, which is the opposite of an equal sign, a greater than, less than, an equal to sign. Greater than, less than sign. And the word term. Okay? We're going to use our knowledge of cracking the math code terms to turn word or algebra phrases into expressions. For example, if I give you, and we call this the algebraic phrase, the word phrase. Over here, we'll call the numerical or algebraic expression. And remember, expressions use constants and variables without equal signs. We're not creating equations, just expressions. Okay? You must know or understand cracking the math code to be successful in this lesson. So, for example, if I put up here 4 less than a number. And you're probably wondering, okay, that's the phrase because it's in words. How do I translate this into an expression? Well, use your knowledge of cracking the math code. I would underline my numbers. I would circle my math vocab. But the phrase a number is new to you. Well, you don't know what that number is. And in math, when we don't know something, we assign it a variable. We give it a letter. Variables are letters in math. And we typically use X a lot. We know the number 4 is going to be used. We know a number is the variable. We'll use X. And it looks like we're subtracting because less than means to subtract. Will this expression illustrate this phrase? Does this expression read 4 less than a number? A number minus 4. Yes. This is 4 less than a number. In division and subtraction, if the number comes first in the phrase, it comes last in the expression. In division and subtraction, if the number comes last in the phrase, it comes first in the expression. I point that out because in division and subtraction, the order of the constants does matter. Okay? Let me give you another one. Total number of carrots divided among 4 people. Read this phrase. Total number of carrots, C, divided among 4 people. Okay? Divided is your crack in the math code term. 4 people is your constant. C is your variable. Total number of carrots is C divided by 4 people. But I want you to write it like that as a fraction, because fractions are division. But they're both as the same thing. Let me give you some more. The class, which is C, with 8 students missing. Okay? Missing probably signifies subtraction. 8 is my constant, C is my variable. Okay? The class C with 8 students missing. If missing is subtraction, that means it's C minus 8 students present. Excuse me, not pregnant, but present. Bacteria culture. And the variable we're using is B, and it says it's doubled. Well, what does it mean to double something? It means to multiply times 2. So your variable is B, doubled is times 2. So you can write B times 2 or 2B. This is the one I want you to go for. Okay? So those are some examples of how to translate algebra word phrases into expressions. You'll get a worksheet of these. It's also a lesson on math games. You need to use your knowledge of cracking the math code to figure out how to translate a phrase into an expression. The only time order matters is when we're subtracting or dividing. Addition and multiplication, the terms can invert. That means you can switch them. 2 times 3 and 3 times 2 will give you the same answer. But 2 minus 3 and 3 minus 2 will not give you the same answer. That's why order matters in subtraction and division. If you have any questions, just consult this lesson again or see me.